For years, visually impaired people have relied on everything from canes to canines to help guide them through their daily lives. And although seeing eye dogs are as popular as ever, one blind man is taking a step in a new direction. You see, Dan Shaw is the world's very first recipient of a seeing eye horse.
Good girl.
Dan Shaw lives in Ellsworth, Maine, and grew up like any other kid. But when he was only a teenager, routine eye tests revealed a horrible situation. Dan was going blind.
When I was 17 years old, I found out I had an eye disease called retinitis pigmentosa.
Over time, the disease, for which there is no cure, progressed. Dan got on with life the best he could, working and eventually getting married. But his eyesight finally got so bad, he needed help just to get around. So Dan and his wife Ann began looking for a seeing eye dog. But little did the couple know that Dan's life was about to take a miraculous turn due to an uncanny coincidence.
We were sitting down doing an application for a guide dog when the show Ripley's Believe It or Not was on the air, and it showed a couple from North Carolina, Jan and Don Burleson, and they were training a mini horse for a guide. And Jan said to me, Ann, that's for me. I want that.
Discovering that Dan was a horse lover at heart, the Burlesons decided to make Dan their very first customer. After receiving training on how to feed and take care of the guide animal, Dan became the proud recipient of Cuddles, his own miniature seeing eye horse. But why a horse?
We noticed the horses would pay attention to the traffic flow. They would stop for the red lights. They would go when it was green, and they were always aware of the traffic patterns.
In addition, horses have added benefits over dogs. For example, Cuddles has a 350-degree field of vision, over 30% more than a dog. And the hay she eats costs less than $10 a month. And Dan claims that Cuddles is even housebroken.
She'll go to the door, she'll tap on the floor at the door, and if I don't answer her, she'll tap and she'll neigh.
After more than a year with Cuddles, Dan is once again able to get around town without a hitch. And the two never fail to get a reaction.
How come the horse has to wear shoes?
She wears sneakers because without the sneakers, she'd be like Bambi on ice.
So whether it's navigating a sidewalk, crossing a street, doing a little shopping, or even climbing a long set of stairs to the top of City Hall, Dan and Cuddles handle it with ease. But most importantly, a horse has a lifespan of 25 to 35 years. A crucial factor when you consider that Dan will most likely spend the rest of his life with Cuddles by his side.
Since I've had Cuddles, I've not bumped into one thing. I've not tripped over one sidewalk curb. I've not even brushed up against anybody. And we've been through everything together, and we've been around everywhere. This is the beginning of a long relationship. Where are we going?
Since we aired Cuddles' story, the Burlesons' waiting list has tripled. Now they're training 3 horses to become seeing eye guides. Don't go away. There's more unbelievable...